If you're getting your home ready for the market, you may be thinking you have to spend thousands of dollars on renovations that a buyer will completely tear out the day after closing. Most homeowners assume that the key to getting top dollar is updating everything from the kitchen countertops to the bathroom tile. But if you're planning a move in the near future, over-improving your house is one of the fastest ways to flush your hard-earned equity straight down the drain. In today's market, buyers care deeply about property condition, but they want a clean slate, not your personal design choices forced into their purchase price. I walk through properties in towns like Ringwood and Wayne, or even Oakland all the time, and sellers often have these massive to-do lists before we list. They genuinely want to know what it's going to take to get the most money out of their sale. And my goal is always to maximize your net return, not your pre-listing expenses. You have to realize that there's a strict mathematical difference between what a renovation costs you to build and what a buyer will actually pay for it at the closing table. The strategy isn't to make the house perfect. It's to eliminate the red flags that cause a buyer to walk away. Here is the real dividing line that gets missed. Most people confuse staging a home with remodeling a home. Staging is a high return on investment cosmetic strategy designed to showcase space, light, and flow. Remodeling is a high-cost structural change. When you replace aging kitchen cabinets with expensive custom wood, you're guessing what style a buyer prefers. If they don't love your taste, they'll mentally discount your asking price to account for the cost of removing it. You lose your leverage when you spend thousands on cosmetic upgrades, only to watch buyers ignore the investment because they would have chosen something completely different. Here's the psychological flip that most sellers never factor in. Buyers in today's market are highly sensitive to deferred maintenance, but they're also incredibly visual. They'll forgive an older kitchen if the home has a pristine roof, a solid heating system, and flawless neutral walls. If you have a limited pre-listing budget, your money should always go towards structural preservation and highly impactful cosmetic staging, not towards major upgrades. A fresh coat of neutral paint and professional deep cleaning will return way more money to your pocket than an expensive bathroom tile job ever could. You need to focus on what removes friction for the buyer, not what satisfies your personal design choice. If you want to know exactly where to allocate your pre-listing budget to capture the highest return over the next 6 to 12 months, we need to focus strictly on what buyers are actually paying for on your specific street. A while back, I worked with a seller who was convinced they needed to spend $30,000 completely remodeling their master bathroom before listing. And quite honestly, the thought of it alone was delaying their move. It was outdated, but it was perfectly functional and immaculately clean. I advised them to keep that cash in their bank account. Instead, we spent less than $2,000 to replace old lighting fixtures, paint the vanity in a modern neutral tone, install clean hardware, and stage the space. We listed the home, highlighted its immaculate condition, and received multiple offers well over the asking price. The buyer even told us they loved how clean the home felt, and it meant they could live in it comfortably while upgrading the bathroom down the road to match their style. When you stop treating pre-listing preparation like an interior design project and start treating it like a strategic business decision, you protect your bottom line. Your house doesn't need to look like a luxury design magazine to command top dollar in North Jersey. It needs to look structurally sound, incredibly clean, and full of potential. When you work with me to handle the presentation, you save time and stress and keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket for your next purchase. The bottom line is simple. Fix the things that break a home inspection, paint the things that look tired, and leave the luxurious upgrades to the next owner. Don't let pre-listing panic convince you to fund renovations you'll never get to enjoy or profit from. Before you swing a single hammer or buy materials, let's sit down and walk through your home together to outline a precise, low-cost, pre-listing checklist that protects your timing, your budget, and your options.